I see, however, how different people are going out partying, and they're partying and doing that lifestyle of the DJ lifestyle partying, like Steve Aoki, for example. And he's going around the world, and he has money, and I'm not sure if he has a girlfriend, but he has money to go around the world, and he has popularity, and people want to see him. And now he's always going around places, and he's traveling the world on tour, and he's one of those residential DJs, which means he has sponsorship with people and promoters to go around the world, and promoters want to promote him because he's somebody that brings in a crowd, and he's someone that's popular. So when he comes around town, people understand that it's Steve Aoki, and it's much more how it works out, and it's much more how he plays music, that it's his music, and he gets up on stage and he starts partying and takes off his shirt and stuff like that, and he's always with new people around town, and you guys have to understand that he's enjoying his life. But I understand, sure, I have no problems, but I have to make different scenarios happen for me, especially, and I have to advertise myself with videos and stuff like that actually helps. And no matter what, I'm learning very quickly about how to do videos. I'm learning how to understand straight away that I'm doing my best. But thank God I did start my video process with how-to series, because I'm at least much more successful than yesterday, and I'm just doing much better than yesterday. Gosh, every day of your life you must be doing better than yesterday. Honestly, that's all we ask of you. And now, no matter what I'm doing something different, and you guys have to understand straight away how to live life. But my music process is a long process where I'm understanding straight away how to let it be a 1 hour track, because it's just that kind of track, isn't it? And I'm learning very quickly about life, that after the I Shall Never Kill, I shall play Zonify in my music mix, and how I'm different. And I'm different because I can see straight away what's coming up in my music career, and there's only so much I can go and do life much greater. I'm understanding straight away how I need to grow myself. So with festival tickets, I make sure that the festival's happening within 1 month. Unfortunately, if I'm going to a festival, then I make sure that it's within 1 month before I invest in a ticket. And now, do I still go to festivals these days? Unfortunately, yeah. Unfortunately, I can still go to festivals these days. But what kind of festivals? I can say straight away, I have to be the DJ at the festival. And otherwise, actually, I still have to understand something. I still want to go. I still want to go to these festival vibes. And I want to do festival launches around life. But I never want to wait for them. I never want to wait for festivals. But I want to be the one that goes festivals. But now with my mum, there's no chance for festivals. At my mum's house, there's no chance for festivals unless I'm the DJ at the festival. And now, a little bit that way. Actually, with my mum, it's more clothing and food and drinks and shelter and travel here and there. But with family, and that's it. And I'm learning how to understand that she wants me to stay with her. And it's much more how I need to anyway, stay with her to get papers, because that's how it is for me. and it's all different. So I'm understanding that festival vibes are going away from me as well. And everything's leaving me as well. I mean, everything is going away from me these days. Most of my music's leaving me. I'm not sure. Anyway, I'm learning how I'm just different. I'm free to live this life for a bit. I understand this life is leaving me as well. I mean, this whole life is leaving me. I'm flying through space and time. I'm flying through different ways of being and different ways of doing stuff these days. I'm doing much greater though. I'm doing a greater job for myself. And let it be. I'm different. I'm making sure I'm learning anyway from the situation. And since I'm learning, I'm growing myself in the best kind of way forward. I'm understanding straight away how I need to grow myself. I'm learning how to persuade myself to do greater for myself. So that's how I'm understanding that the stock market, I never want to get myself in the stock market. And there's no need for me to be in the stock market. Because anything I give toward the stock market, I need to have on me. I need to have that money for me. And I live that way. I understand straight away the millionaires and billionaires out there have to be in the stock market. And they have to invest all their money into the stock market. But they never do it in the stock market and realize they're doing it in real estate. And they're putting all their money in real estate, especially. And they find these real estate deals and make hotels out of real estate. For example, Hilton Hotel. Hilton Hotel is around the world and always people in the Hilton Hotel and workers as well, and it's a big business. So I see it. I see although many people are never as fortunate as Hilton is. I mean, understand, but Hilton's never fortunate enough to have Danny Milvojevich's life. Honestly, that's the case. Honestly, it's all different. Honestly, everybody's living a different lifestyle. And I'm learning very quickly about life. So, since I'm actually understanding something, I'm never afraid to read much more. I'm looking to learn something. But I have to learn how to favor myself over here, and I need to learn how to grow myself. And now, with popularity and all that, honestly, let it be. Honestly, it's much more how I need to go and grow my social media account. But no matter what, I'm learning how to just grow myself in the process. I'm learning how to help myself to get new clothing. But it's more how it is. And I feel that no matter what, I'm learning very quickly how to do that for myself. So I can have a new jumper, a new tracksuit. So I do a great job. So I can live my life much greater. So I can have new fashion design wear. So I can go and do some fashion photos out of town. Just out of town or somewhere. And a little bit that way. I feel new, I feel beautiful. I have to get myself a new selfie stick. I have to do much more ahead of time. And I'm learning the key differences of life. I'm planning my life. And as I plan my life, I'm doing life differently, but life is happening for me differently. And since life happens for me differently, I'm learning very quickly about life. I'm learning to help my life to succeed differently, and I'm enjoying myself in the process. I see with that microphone, see there's no need for that microphone at JB Hi-Fi because I already have a microphone, and for myself at least, I never want to be doing a busking performance in my backyard over here where it's my dad's backyard. And my backyard is actually in my woods, but I never want to do my busking performance in my dad's physical backyard, because that way I can do a greater job to never wake him up, because he's sleeping at the moment. So I never want to make noise while he's sleeping. I never want to make noise while people are sleeping. So what I'm doing is I'm helping myself to find solutions. So if somebody's complaining to your face about your music or about you doing something, then make sure you understand that if it's never a licensed spot, that you just turn down the music and turn down the volume of what you're doing. So if somebody's complaining about you, then run away. I can say run away from people who complain about you. I mean, it's just for your safety. And that's how it is these days. I can say now, these days, I'm learning how to perform myself into a greater way of being. I just slept a long time as well. I understand straight away that everybody leaves you in some aspects of life, in terms of some aspects of life. I'm learning how to deliver content. I'm learning to persuade myself to do better. But I'm enjoying myself in the process of what I'm doing. And I'm learning to have myself a great time to enjoy. But it's more how you have to watch people and what they're doing so that you can love your life. And if you love your life, then you have to love your life differently, and you have to enjoy the process of thinking, and you have to go and walk as well, and you have to learn to have peace of mind, in terms of peace of mind with yourself. And it's more how it is. And you have to enjoy yourself anyway. And you have to show yourself love and fortune. So I did get my passport today. And now since I have my passport, I just have to get the vaccine shots. I have to go over there at Broadway, which is close to Haymarket. I have to go with a trolley. I can say with a trolley. And now I can do a busking performance over there. But nah, I don't want to do a busking performance on the day of my vaccine shot. I can, however, busking is never the appropriate time for me right now. But guess what? I'm focusing on understanding that no matter what, I'm learning very quickly how I need to go and do something at least. I need to go and do my busking performances much more, because I still have time, and it's actually something I do anyway. It's honestly, and it's something that I really understand how to do. But I'm learning much more about how to become popular online. So what I need to do to become popular is, right now, just upload YouTube videos the way I do, and do my thumbnails, because my thumbnails are excellent. I understand straight away that my Instagram is excellent because it connects all the dots together with my YouTube account. So that's excellent. Actually now I'm learning that TikTok is something that I can do, but it's more how people never watch that. Just like they never watch YouTube either. And I understand that before I had the knowledge of saying that people watch YouTube far more than TikTok, which is true. And I'm understanding straight away that I'm learning the game of art. So I'm learning how to understand myself to do greater ways of being. So a little bit, but I'm learning to help myself to develop. I have to be developing myself properly. I have to upload more music material. I have to upload more music material online. And what I can do now is I can go and do my Nice and Beautiful YouTube account with Leo Bar, and I can do the instrumental. And now the instrumental can be a repetitive instrumental. And now it can be just like that. And now the mix, that's a Nice and Beautiful mix over here, which is a club mix. Has a kick and a Nice and Beautiful thing going in terms of hats. Otherwise that's all different. And it's much more how I feel. But I'm doing greater music than back then. I'm doing better trance music than back then. And I'm learning how I colour my world with music. And now with what I have in terms of my music selection now, I'm understanding straight away that I'm opening a new gateway in my music career. And I see straight away what I need to get to be a music producer in terms of plugins and all this. So it's something that I can do for myself. And I can have all these plugins just to see exactly what I need to do to become a music producer. But what I need to do now, especially, is keep reading. And I need to keep reading, and I need to then produce music eventually. So a little bit that way. So I just have to push myself into it. I have to push myself to read. I have to push myself to read all that knowledge, but it's more put my heart into it. When my heart's into it, nothing stops me. And now I'm never boring. As a human being. I have something to do. I mean the same, but people have nothing to do or boring. You must understand that people who are boring find something to do as well. They're always finding something to do. People who are boring have drugs to do. They say that they're doing drugs today, or that they're smoking cigarettes, or that they're watching TV, or that they're doing something around the car, or they're doing lawn mowing or something. I mean, understand? But that's minor aspects of life. I mean, you have to focus your time on major aspects of life. And for myself at least, I'm understanding straight away that yes, I'm rich. I have rich habits. I do have rich habits. And my habits are one of the best habits in the world. But I have to better my habits as well. And what kind of habits do I have to better? I have to sleep less. I have to sleep enough. I have to sleep enough sleep. I have to make enough sleep. I've been sleeping far more than enough. I have to have enough sleep. And what else? Well, it's more that. And I have to read far more. I have to read more. I mean, what else? Well, it's just that. It's just that. And I'm learning very quickly about life. I have a different lifestyle toward other people. And everybody has a different lifestyle. So you have to make up the part, and you have to do something different. And it's just how it is. So I have my habits of coming back to the word I, and I'm learning how to do that. But I have to get myself the American tax file number. So what I do is I open up an account with somebody and I give them some money to be able to have my audiobooks on the website of audible.com, where I can put all my audiobooks in terms of audio tapes, in terms of all my audiobooks and audio programs on the website of audiobook structures, and let it be that way. And now John C. Maxwell teaches that you have to be intentionally living, and you have to be somebody who is just always inspiring, in terms of inspiring yourself to be intentionally growing yourself and intentionally living for yourself. That you have to never just live, but intentionally live, to make sure you're growing fondly and that you're enjoying yourself in different ways, because most people are never really living, but those who are intentionally living are the ones really growing themselves. And you must understand straight away that I'm intentionally living right now. I'm choosing to live this. I'm choosing to do this. I'm intentionally doing it. I'm never doing it just like this. I'm doing it because I need to do it. I'm aware of it. I'm aware that I'm intentionally living this. I mean, this in, and that's how it is. And I have to plan my life out. But since I've been doing my audio programs, I've been learning far quicker than other people about my life, and I'm learning how to capitalize. And now, is my YouTube going to be something big? I'm not sure. I'm not sure at the moment. Actually, it's much more how I need to give more paid promotion into my YouTube account, but the thing is, it never does work out for me. Actually, it never does work out for me, because they have no time to watch me. But they have time to be aware of me. But they're aware of me. Yes. I mean, as soon as I give them my business card, apparently they're aware of me, but they're never watching me. I mean, they're saying. So the thing is that with me especially, it's very different. So what I need to do is just learn how to appreciate my life and just grow. Regardless of them, I have to go and teach regardless. I have to be teaching my way of life. I have to be teaching something for life. And I have to open up a spiritual class and keep going and keep teaching for free. I'm understanding that. I'm understanding that Greg Cardone putting a lot into his website, and he's trying to make people subscribe to his website, and he's trying to have people watch all of his programs, and he has thousands of hours of programs. But people have no time to watch him. I promise you. And it may seem like a good idea to put up all your content for $97 per month as a subscription plan, but people cannot afford that. I promise you. I promise you. And if you do it for free, I promise you they cannot even afford to do it for free. I promise you they have no time to watch it for free, let alone for $97 per month. I mean, they're saying. I promise you, then there's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing you can do about that. It's just how it is. Some people will find time to do it, and some people no. But what made Grant Cardone rich? I promise you, what made him rich is his ability to do real estate. I promise you, the real estate gets him the jet. I promise you, the real estate gets him the lifestyle that he wants. But it's really him. I promise you, Grant Cardone himself made himself the jet. Through all the bargaining deals and all the deals he went through in terms of life, with real estate. And he gets himself all this real estate, and he has all this real estate around the world. And it's all his. And he's probably not, he probably has knowledge about it. So he's never doing it for shits and giggles, but he has knowledge about real estate. And he can give it to you if you just read. And if you read that knowledge, you can get it. Although the thing is, you have to increase your business skills. And to increase your business skills, you have to be a great communicator with people. And people who are great communicators can ask for money, and they can get money from people to fund their lifestyle. I mean, you understand? That's what it is. I see, for myself to go asking for money now, I see I have to perform monthly. I have to make a monthly performance. I have to make a free event. I have to do paid promotions around the event. I have to do paid promotions around the event. But for me, right now, no. I realize I'd rather do it otherwise. I'd rather hold the money in my pocket. Because I'm already doing that online. Because I have an affordable option. I have more affordable options. And that's it. Pretty sure all that is all going online now. I have more affordable options with doing it otherwise. And it's more how I feel. And now I understand straight away that this lifestyle is getting much better. In terms of my lifestyle is getting much better. But this life, in terms of the world's life, is getting much better too. It's going to get worse before it gets better. And I'm understanding that. I'm understanding that right now. I'm looking at people, and I'm understanding how people go around life managing real estate, for example, and managing people's real estates, and they make some money from it. But you have to learn something around life. And I'm always teaching something around life. I'm never doing this content for nothing. I'm doing it so I can help people. And it's actually working out for me. But another 30 years to go of communicational words to you, and I can make a lifestyle. I can make a true lifestyle, but who knows what I'm going to learn over the next 30 years of my business skills and classes and assets. I promise you, I'm going to learn something. I promise you, I'm way smarter than Grant Cardone at my age. I promise you. I promise you, although he's showing much more different aspects of life, but you must understand that during his time, actually, the banks and the real estate was different. And real estate and banks were different in his time, and had different information, and it all had different information. It was different mortgage rates, or it was all different mortgage rates, and it was all different ways to get rich quick. And you must understand that these days, the real estate to get rich in terms of real estate is going way up in price, and it's getting tougher for people to get rich these days. And the only way that you can get rich is to communicate more words and to get real estate these days. Whereas if you get real estate these days, then you can have more richness. But since real estate is going up in price, I promise you, people have less time to be rich. I promise you. I promise you, although it's much more how you have to increase your business skills. And now if you increase your business skills, then you can get rich. I promise you have to understand that it's more about business skills now. So it's much more increase your business asset of your communicational skills. So your communicational skills is an asset. I can say your habits is an asset. So if you invest your time and money and your life in the best places, you're going to have the best life for you. And that's it. Honestly, how you live life is how everybody else has to live life, because you're living the best lifestyle you can. So everybody else has to live your type of lifestyle to live life much greater. I mean, you understand? So the more you go through life living the best life that you can live, the more everybody else has to live the best lifestyle too. I mean, you understand? So everybody has to go work towards that. And everybody has to work towards the best lifestyle. But that's what I'm saying, that my audio programs are much more of an asset to me, because the more I do these audio programs, the more I figure out the idea. I figure out the equation of helping myself to succeed. And that's why I'm walking out so much into my audio programs to do this for me. And I'm helping myself daily. I'm helping myself, even though my YouTube account is on whatever it is, in terms of over 970 videos or something like that. I'm still learning, I'm still growing. I have music as well. I'm doing music production and life coaching, because I want to be a music producer, and that's it. But my music is different, and the music I produce is different. I'm learning very quickly around life. I'm learning to help myself to succeed differently. And no matter what I'm doing, I'm learning very quickly that no matter what, that I have everything in terms of life to succeed with. I'm learning very quickly about life itself. I'm learning to find treasure in what I'm saying. And I'm learning very quickly about the art of helping myself to deliver information. And I'm learning how to be the best I can be. But there's always time for me to do life quicker. And that's why I slept so long before, because I wasn't feeling it. But this time I never sleep so long these days. I make sure I sleep enough. I have enough sleep. I have enough only of sleep. I mean, it's more enough for me. I focus on helping myself to do life greater. So now's the time to succeed. So I'm walking around talking to you, but at least I'm talking, and at least I'm doing something about my day. And since I'm actually so much alone, and since I'm so alone throughout life, I can see my future. I can see my future is with my mum. And I can see straight away after that, it's just me at the moment. And I'll let it be that way. I promise you. And then at the moment, I give that house to Annabella. I give it to Annabella and Daniela. And that's it. Or should I give them? I give it to them. But unless my mum wants to give it to me, I'm not sure how. I'm not sure how to do that. But she says throw it into charity. And put it in charity fund, and that's it. I say no worries. That's how it is. I'm learning very quickly about life itself. And I'm helping myself to deliver information. And I'm learning how to grow myself in the best way forward. I need to help myself to deliver information. So every single day I'm learning very quickly about life. And I'm learning to help myself to find attraction with myself. So I have to do synonyms today. I have to do antonyms and synonyms. And that's easy to do. But many people never do their synonyms and antonyms because they believe they are very smart already. I mean, they believe they're smart. But when they see me, they believe they're very smart and they're smarter than me. That's what they believe. I let them believe that at all. I let them believe what they want to believe. But I have a business, and my business is growing. So I'm very different, guys. And I'm very different because as I'm learning, I'm doing my life differently, and I'm learning how to become the best version of myself differently, and there's always a greater way to do life, yeah? So what you guys have to do in life is a better way of being, and better way of treasuring yourself, yeah? So every single day, learn to never smoke cigarettes, and learn the day ahead of you. I mean, learn what's coming up for you in your life. I mean, plan out your life. I mean, make sure you're better through communicational skills. I mean, make sure your asset is you. I mean, make sure you understand straight away that your smarts and your wisdom and knowledge is the greatest asset in the world. Is the knowledge that you have. So if you look at seeking out the knowledge, and what kind of knowledge do I need? I need knowledge about everything. But what specific knowledge do I need right now? I need more business skills. I need more of that. I need more of being able to market myself. I need more marketing information. And I'll let it be. I need more economic I need more economic information as well, because it all helps out. I realize it all helps me move forward. But the real education starts when you understand what you're doing. I mean, do you understand? And how do you understand what you're doing? Because you have to understand how to make money. And you can only make money with more money. I mean, the only way to make money is to give money. So the more money you give, the more money you have. I promise you. It's all just the way it is. So every single time, I'm learning how to grow myself, yeah? And I'm enjoying myself in the process of making my life move forward, and I'm helping myself to do greater. So what I need to do now is especially just plan my life out, and I have to plan my life out. But I can always go for a walk somewhere for about an hour to speak to you guys, to just dwell upon helping my life to succeed. And I can always, in any kind of instant and any kind of moment, speak to you guys. I'm always available to do that for myself. I'm always able to do life simply. And I'm able to grow myself differently, yeah? I stepped in dog shit. That's it, well. I see what I need to do is help myself to understand, to come back to the word I when speaking past tense and past and present and future tense orienting in terms of orientation. And I'm understanding something, that if you're orienting your life to succeed differently, then learn how to grow and be honest about your communication with yourself. And are you doing your best overall? I'm doing my best overall. I'm always doing my best overall. But that's how I feel. And everybody's different. So what I want to do now is learn to have appreciation, and learn to understand straight away that I need to grow and grow myself in my music as well. It has to grow. And I have to learn something, yeah? I have to learn something. So what I'm learning is different. And I want to help myself to go and read something now. I have to go and read music with Orange. I go and listen to Jan Nielsen and what he says about music production, because I understand he does have talent. And as I watch him and how he produces music, I learn how he does it, which helps me to do my life of music also. And that's how I feel. I feel that no matter what, I'm alone in my house. Right, my dad's over here too. But no matter what, I'm understanding I'm still alone in the house. And it's all true. But a little bit that way. And I'm learning how to have fondness in what I say and speak. and I'm different, but it's more how people have privileges and they have a brother or sister over here. But even if I had brothers and sisters over here, I probably saw how we're all different and we're all worlds apart. Probably everybody has to go through this life alone. Probably. So what I'm doing is different. I'm making sure that I'm learning very quickly about life in the moment and what I'm doing in terms of life. So I'm learning very quickly about life, making sure I'm improving myself and my state of well-being. I'm learning how to grow myself in the foundational way and wisdom in life. And I'm learning how to have satisfaction with myself in the moment. I'm learning how to enjoy myself in the best kind of ways, moving forward. And that's how I understand straight away how to live life. So I'm learning the differences of art. So I'm helping myself. I just want to say also, guys, that it helps to eat while you learn and eat and drink while you learn something. And it helps you to understand that I drink soy milk while I learn something as well. So I can privilege myself to do greater. I just want to say, guys, that family is much more important than popularity. I say it's much more important to have family around you than it is to have popularity. And why is that? I understand because family is always there for you, but popularity is never there for you. I understand. You must understand that. Because I understand because people can turn on you, but your family can turn on you as well. But the thing is, family is much more around you, and family is much more able to help you and support you and make you feel like somebody loves you. While popularity is also family in other ways, but it's much more important to have your own family and to have family around you than it is to have popularity, because popularity is something different, and popularity is more alone and living alone without family. Or do you want family without popularity? Do you want family without popularity, or do you want popularity without family? I'd rather have family. I'm just saying, guys, I can also eat and drink while I watch music production, university stuff, so I can do greater. So anyway, guys, so what I'm doing now is I'm learning much more quicker about life itself. I'm learning how to grow myself in the process of loving myself and helping myself to deliver content. So what I'm doing is helping myself to just see what I need to do to succeed. So as I become successful, guys, just make sure that you're speaking to yourself, because that way you're doing a greater job for yourself, and you're just making sure that you switch between tasks, and here and there you are going to go and read, and then you're going to go and speak on a phone for a bit, and then read and speak on the phone for a bit, all day long. So I've learned much more about music production at the moment. So I'm actually learning something much more around my life and what I need to do around life to succeed differently, and I'm focusing on helping myself to deliver a greater life for myself. But I'm actually learning anyway that what I want to do is succeed differently, and I'm focusing on helping myself to improve. So anytime I eat and drink, I want to be able to watch my university with music production, and I'm learning very quickly about life. And as I learn about life, I'm learning how to quickly find the nice and beautiful necessary ways of role modeling myself to do a greater life for myself anyway. And I want to be able to focus upon helping myself to deliver content. But I never want to message other people online. I never want to message people online. I want to go my own way and I want to give people from the past silent treatment, because that's what they deserve. And the same way Jesus Christ gives me silent treatment is the same way I give everybody else silent treatment. But Jesus Christ is actually talking to me always as well, and gives me silent treatment too. And does he really? Now, does Jesus Christ give me silent treatment? Well, Jesus Christ is giving me silence, is what I'm talking about. So when I give you silent treatment, I'm giving you silence. But Jesus Christ is speaking so loud to me, and I want to speak so loud as well. And what I want to do is help myself to deliver information. So every single time now, I'm learning very quickly about life and laughter, and being able to control myself, and being able to hold no grudges. I never have grudges in my life, but I'm learning how to be appropriate in what I'm doing, and learn to actually love my life differently. And I'm looking for better ways to improve. So what I'm doing is I'm learning how Orchard Nielsen keeps himself occupied in terms of music production, and how he goes about automation with his sounds to make a with sound, to make sure that all sounds are happening in terms of automation before a drop, and to maximize sound is what he's talking about. And you must understand straight away how you need to go and always remix music in different ways, guys, so that you can understand straight away how to dwell upon a great way of life for yourself. And it's much more how I feel, that no matter what, that I'm learning very quickly about life. I'm learning how I need to help myself to deliver information services. I'm learning how to grow myself in the process of life itself. So making sure that I'm staying ahead of the content. I'm making sure I'm never smoking cigarettes. I'm making sure I'm doing great in terms of my life. Making sure I'm getting ahead of the content. I'm making sure I'm doing what I can to succeed differently, and I'm learning something different, and I'm learning how to just focus on areas of my life that help me to improve. So no matter what, I'm learning how to go and cut my nails before I go and read something. So I'm understanding straight away to do it right after my beautiful recording with you guys. But I'm actually doing it while recording with you guys. So what I want to do is cut my nails while actually talking to you guys. I can do that in my room. I'm focusing on areas of my life to help myself to succeed differently, and I'm making sure I have more than enough success all the time to deliver content, because content is king and queen. I promise you now. I promise you must understand straight away how to go and deliver more knowledge. So the more knowledge you have, the richer you are in lifestyle, in terms of this life. So you guys need more knowledge around the world you live, to be able to go and find yourself more attractive, and to have much more of what you need in life. So it's much more how everybody has 24 hours in a day, and you have to devote your time to yourself only. And once you devote your time to yourself only, once you figure out who your true friends are when you are giving all your time to yourself. Promise you, you are your only friend, and you're your only father and mother and sister and brother, and family member and ancestor. And now you must understand, I understand straight away that you have everything in Jesus Christ, and you have people who support you in life. I promise you, there are people who have gone from this world that do support you, but you have to understand that you have to go through life differently. and you have to go through life alone. But if you understand anything about life, then you just realize every single time that you've been at like some beautiful tone. And it's just the way it is, yeah? And you just have to focus upon helping yourself to love life differently. It's all different. And every single time I'm just learning how my doggy is very happy. See, my dog is happy because it's on the floor, tumbling down and after, and going around and going in circles. So let it be like that way. And I'm learning very quickly about life. I'm learning how non-human animals go in the sun and they sunbake and they do something around life, and I'm focusing on helping myself to deliver content and to help myself to succeed differently. And I'm learning how to move up and move forward through my life, making sure that I'm helping myself to succeed differently. So I get out of my dad's way when he wakes up. I don't want to talk to him when he wakes up because he gets angry. So I'm not saying straight away that as soon as my dad wakes up, he gets angry. So I never want to be around him when he's angry. And that way I'm learning much quicker about life. I'm learning quickly to love my life differently, and I'm learning to help myself to mimic Jesus Christ. I'm looking to mimic everything, and I'm learning from the situation around me and what's going on in terms of my life. But I need to have a greater time. I understand straight away now what I need to do is love my life differently and have myself a great time. But I'm learning how I need to help myself to figure out I have to figure out a better way for myself to do something greater. But Australia is learning, in terms of Australia, I was talking about starting the flights overseas and going to other countries around December, January this year and next year. So that's about in 5 months' time. And it's around 5 months' time until I can travel overseas and see my mother. And it's more how it is. But I did want to travel to my mum's house even 2 years ago. But I understand it does work out for me this way over here. And it works out for me anyway, because I'm learning very quickly about opening up and doing a greater job for myself. But if they force me to work the 9 to 5 job, I make sure to go travel then. I make sure that no matter what, that it's more, I stay put over here and I just let it be and move on. I promise you, it's much more how I feel, that there's plenty of time and space to see everything. I promise you, it's more how I feel. And there's plenty of time and space to do life differently and to love life. But no matter what, I'm learning how I'm doing much greater. I'm doing much greater anyway. And you guys have to be doing much greater anyway for yourself to improve. So you have to find much more words to say these days. And you have to focus on self-love and self-fortune and self-empathy and ridiculing as well, and you have to understand to ridicule yourself much better only, and that way you're learning much greater about life. And you have to understand straight away to use every tactic in the book to self ridicule yourself much better, and that way I'm learning the different arts of whatever it is. It helps me to grow, and it helps me to do life much greater. So I want to go inside now because I feel hot. So it means just go inside and get out of the sun. I feel I've been eating and drinking, and I'm doing greater. And just get out of my dad's way too, so I can love my life much more, so I can do something much more for myself. So I never ever want to tell my dad to smoke outside when he's smoking indoors, because he gets angry. So figure out what makes people angry, and once you figure out what makes people angry, then go and never make them angry. Promise you, it's more how it is. Promise you, if you figure out something to do for your life that you enjoy yourself, but it's more how I feel. I feel that no matter what, that people in my life who left my side, who no longer want to talk to me, are the people who are angry at me. Because they're angry at me. So why? Why are you angry at me? I'm angry at nobody from the past. You understand? I'm never angry at anybody. But if you put blame on me for making you angry, it's more how you have to wake up to yourself, because nobody can make you angry except you. I mean, you are the only one that can make yourself angry in life. So be careful what you wish for, is what they say. Watching angry people because I said some words, and that's why they never trust me. I said some words, and they never trust me because of that. I mean, they never trust my words. So if they never trust my words, or if they never trust their own word. I mean, you have to trust words. I mean, words is something that you trust in life. But always get more information before you do anything. I mean, anything that never hurts you makes you stronger. Just remember that, guys. I can say anything that never hurts you makes you stronger. So learn how to make yourself stronger in the process of life, so that you can remember how to live life much more. So I'm fortunate enough to be able to come back to the word I in my language, because I understand something. I understand my heart goes out to everybody who can understand how to live life. But you guys have to understand that if you live in life today, then you understand how to do anything, and you have to understand straight away how to live life. I mean, learn to live your life much greater, and learn to help yourself to grow. So that's what you guys need to do, is help yourself grow, and that way you're learning very quicker, and you're learning much quicker about love and life. And you're showing yourself the reflection of how you were and how you are now, because you are somehow much more of a greater person in the process, and you're able to control yourself, and you're able to say hello as well, and you're able to understand straight away that you're learning how to help yourself to grow. And if you're helping yourself to grow, then you have to give me a hell yeah, and you have to understand straight away that Stone Cold Steve Austin says that. Whereas, although, make sure you understand straight away that you promote people as much as you can, and that way you're learning the emphasis of people, and you're studying history, and you make yourself known throughout life, and you really enjoy your life, and you're making sure that you have more enough success today to study fortune and success and theory, and you're enjoying yourself in the process. And that's what you guys need to do. I mean, you guys need to study what you can today to succeed forward. And that's how you move forward, guys. Like I say, you move forward through making sure that you have more than enough success today to succeed. Do you understand? And you have to keep up the habits. And you have to keep up your habits moving forward. Your habits need to be a collection of helping yourself to improve, and so you can do better.